In a small village in Zimbabwe, there lived a man named Tapiwa. To everyone who knew him, Tapiwa was a good man. He was not the richest man in the village. He did not own a big house or drive an expensive car. He worked hard every day, doing whatever work he could find just to put food on the table. But to his family, he was everything. To his wife, Rudo, he was a husband who never gave up. And to his children, he was a hero. Every morning before the sun rose, Tapiwa would wake up, prepare himself for another day of searching for work, and leave home with one thought in his mind: his family. Because Tapiwa had a dream that one day his children would not struggle the way he had struggled, a dream that his wife would never again have to worry about tomorrow. But in Zimbabwe, finding enough work to support a family was becoming harder every day. Some months were good, many months were not. There were days when Tapiwa would come home tired, carrying nothing except disappointment. And every time his children ran to greet him, he felt the same pain. The pain of knowing he wanted to give them more, but he could not. One evening, while sitting outside their small house, Tapiwa and Rudo looked at their children playing in the yard. They watched as their youngest child laughed while chasing a homemade toy. For a moment, they forgot about their problems. But both of them knew the truth. Love was not enough. The children needed school fees. They needed clothes, opportunities, and that was when the idea came. South Africa. Many people from their community had gone there looking for better opportunities. Some returned with money, some with cars, and some returned with stories of a new life. And slowly, the thought became a possibility. Maybe Tapiwa could go. Maybe he could work there for a few years. And maybe he could build something for his family. It was not an easy decision, because leaving was not just about crossing a border. It meant leaving behind the people he loved the most. The day Tapiwa left, the entire family felt the weight of that moment. His small bag was packed, his clothes were ready, and his journey was beginning. But nobody knew how long the journey would be. Rudo tried to be strong. She smiled for her children. She encouraged her husband and told herself that this was only temporary. That soon he would return. That soon they would finally have the life they dreamed about. As the bus disappeared into the distance, Rudo stood watching until she could no longer see it. She did not know that she was watching the last day of the simple life they once knew. In South Africa, Tapiwa worked harder than he had ever worked before. The first few months were difficult. He slept in crowded places, he took whatever jobs he could find, and he faced loneliness and exhaustion. But every month, he remembered why he was there: his family. And slowly, things started improving. The first time money arrived home, Rudo cried. Not because it was a lot, but because it meant her husband had not forgotten them. The children were able to return to school. There was food in the house, and there was hope. When Tapiwa returned home after 3 months, it felt like a celebration. The children ran toward him. Rudo smiled as she watched him lift their children into his arms. He brought groceries, clothes, and gifts. And for a moment, everyone believed the sacrifice was worth it. The village admired him. People said, "That is the man who cares about his family." The next few years seemed like a dream. Every month, money arrived. Every few months, Tapiwa returned home, the family grew stronger. They started building a better house. The children continued their education. Rudo believed that the hardest days were behind them. She believed a husband was building a future for all of them. But life has a way of changing people, sometimes slowly. So slowly that nobody notices at first. The first change was small. The visits became shorter. Before, Tapiwa would spend every moment with his family. Now, he spent more time on his phone. Before, he would ask about every detail of their lives. Now, he seemed distracted. Rudo noticed, but she ignored. She told herself, "He's tired. Life in South Africa is not easy." She wanted to believe that, because sometimes the truth hurts more than the lie. Then one day, the 3 months became 4, then 5, then 6. The children stood at the gate waiting for their father. But the road remained empty. The groceries that always came every month, they stopped arriving. The school fees that were always paid on time were suddenly delayed. And for the first time since Tapiwa left, Rudo felt afraid. Not because they had no money, but because she felt something disappearing, something more important, her husband's presence. One night, Rudo sat alone after the children had gone to sleep. She looked at the phone in her hand. She had called many times, no answer. She looked at an old photo of their family, a photo taken when Tapiwa still believed that everything he was doing was for them. A photo from before distance changed everything. She held the phone close, hoping it would ring. But the house remained silent. Meanwhile, thousands of kilometers away, Tapiwa sat in a different world. A world that was changing him. New people, new experiences, and new temptations. And slowly, the man who once left Zimbabwe carrying his family's dream was beginning to forget the people who gave those dreams meaning. Years later, people would ask Rudo, "When did you realize your husband was no longer coming back the same person?" And she would remember that night. That night the phone stopped ringing. The night the money stopped coming. The night she realized she was no longer waiting for her husband to return. She was waiting to find out if he still existed.